What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap. Trader small cap. Check it out. Remember to check out my website as well, guys, hustlewithjessew.com. Post up articles there, as well as there's a weekly sign-up list. Make sure you sign up for that weekly list. Got some news that will be coming out throughout the rest of the year here pretty soon, and you're not going to want to miss it, so make sure you sign up for that. All right, guys, so today we're going to jump into this video here. Yesterday, I tweeted out that small caps had my attention. I tweeted out small caps had my attention because they've been having some really big pushes, at least in the morning session, with a couple having, legs here before the lunchtime, session kicked in. What I haven't seen, is an all-day continuation, as in an all-day squeeze. A stock like, let's see here, like PECK, for example, PECK, monster gap up, from $7 up here, all the way up here to, an open here at $13 and change. Where did it open? Let's see here, 1304, and then had this thing squeeze up to like 15, 17, well, no, actually it opened at 14, at 13, so, have the squeeze up to like 16 bucks in the morning, pull back in, hold that $14, $15 area maybe throughout lunch, and then boom, go to like $22 in the afternoon session, and bring us continuation the next day, maybe get a squeeze up to 25 bucks, $30. We haven't seen that happen in any of these recently. I think the last time we saw something like that was SPI, and I think it was just a one day, or the next day it didn't really have a big move, if I remember correctly. Now, we really need something like that to get these small caps to have, continuation and have some heat throughout the fall season. And that's when I'll get excited about them. But knowing that they have been giving us some little morsels of goodness, I had them front and center today. And this morning we had a lot going on, like a lot. Looked at the scans and we had a lot. Even right now, still, they're holding some gains here. You can see on the scanner, REV up 140%, AREC up 110%. PECK is still up 43%. I don't really trade stuff under $1. So, they're still holding a lot of gains, but they're not holding up tremendously. Now, those scanners are the trade idea scanners. You can find them in the link in the description section with a 15% off coupon code. So make sure you take advantage of that. Check that out, as well as Webull. Download the app, fund your account with $100. And right now, until the 15th, you have 2 free stocks valued between $8 to $1,600. Okay, so take advantage of that. It's free money. Why not? I mean, you can get lunch. Now, PECK was front and center. I also had AREC on watch. AREC was, I was watching it in here, and I was very tempted to buy it here at 315, but I didn't. I didn't buy it, and it's a shame because I missed out. However, when I missed out on that, I turned my attention over to PECK, and that's where I trade, and I'll show you those trades here in a minute. PPSI, I had it on the back burner, but nothing there. JesseW I had on my watch list as well, and I was looking at it here for a move up to the high day, but it failed. No trades for me on that one. Now, I did tweet out my watch list. If you don't follow me on Twitter, link in the description section to my Twitter account and all my social media. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. That way you don't miss out on my watch list that I post pretty much every single morning. JesseW, I had it on watch. Nothing there. TLC, I had it on watch. Oh, look, it finally made a move. But then, one pop is back. And just that one pop and drop again. So nothing there. Let's see, what else did I have on watch? Rave, RAVE. Sadly, this was just a gap and fade, like from the get-go. Gap and fade from the get-go. Let's see, what else did we have on watch here? That's it. I mean, I was looking at the large caps, but like I've said recently, I'm not trading large caps. They're pretty choppy. In Tesla, you can see that's there. Twilio. Pretty choppy here in the morning, early on, then finally give a quick little move there, but nothing really. And PLL, I mean, that chart says it all right there. So it's like, the daily on PLL looks amazing right there. Well, the hourly, sorry, looks amazing. We got a little bit of a cup and handle formation there. The daily, we would really need to break over this $50 area to get it popping. And on Tesla, This has just been trading right within this, kind of like wedge formation here, but it's really trying to hold on outside of the wedge, but it's very weak. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla come back down here to test this 50-day moving average at some point here in the next, this month, honestly. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to move on over to my trade. My trade was on PECK, and actually from early on, before the market even opened, I knew that was going to be my trade if it's set up, because it was in one of my favorite price points, which is that teens, $13, $14 range type of thing, and very low float. The PECK only has 1.78 million shares in the float, and it had a press release, and it was a previous runner. So because of all that, I knew that that was going to be front and center for me. It had all my criteria. It was gapping up above this pivot here at $950 to $980, $10 area. So I really thought it had a shot to get up here to 14s, and if we can break up over 14s, we had room. We had room. I was eyeing 15 to 15.50, and honestly, I took profits. My first two take profits were a little bit too early on it. However, in this case, I'm glad I took them, even though I would have just taken my entire position off the table once we double topped up here in front of the previous, not all-time high, the previous high of this consolidation. Like, this thing made this massive move on this day, from $4 and change all the way up here to $14.36. So I was looking for it to really just go test that today. I did take profits off a little bit too early, and I'll show you right here, and then we'll go over the live trade. Right here on this red to green move, I took, I added into all this, and then I started taking profits immediately in front of the high of the day. And then when we broke up over the high of the day, I still had half my position, and I took some off there, and then I held on to just that one final piece, looking for a move up to 15.50. That was my target, and we didn't make it up there, so I took the last piece off. Now what we're going to do is I'll grab the live trade, and we'll go over that right now. So I'll show you exactly. I did take two trades on this. One trade was a loser, and the other one was a winner. Before we move any further, do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me. It goes a long way. Comment in the comment section below. Ask me any question by the end of the video. Just type in any question that you have for me. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my videos. And that's not it. I'll show you that video in a second. Today is the 7th, so here's my first trade on it, which is a loser. Okay, right here, I thought we were going to go, and I guess I got a little ahead of myself, but it was only 100 shares, so it was a starter position there, and, I stop out of it. I'm in there at 12.57, and right there when we get that action, I didn't like it. I thought we could fail nasty, so I stopped right out of it, and gone. Lose 70 bucks there, 74 bucks. And then I don't give up on it because I know that this thing can go really fast. So once we finally break up above this 1250 VWAP area, all this previous resistance, I'm like, okay, we're going to probably go now and at least test the high of the day. So I get ready to add to full size as soon as I can. Go ahead and fast forward this right there. I'm full sized. Okay. And my stop was just really tight. It was about 1240. So there I have 400 shares, cost basis 1273. I'm already up almost 200 bucks. I'm really looking for this to get up there 1350. So I'm keeping an eye on that. There's a lot of shares at 1360, 15,000 shares on the level 2, but there's so much buying coming in and the volume is increasing. You can see that volume increasing right there. I start taking profits off right there. As soon as we start getting up there in front of that high of day, which is 14, what was it? What was the high of day? Sorry, 1380 was the high of day. As soon as we start getting up into that general area, 1350, I start taking some profits off. So I take off 200 shares up there, okay? That already brings me back to green on the day. And now I'm holding on to my 50% of my position. We make a new high right there. So I immediately take off another 100 shares just in case we double top up there. So I take off 100 shares, okay? And then watch what happens here. Let me see. Let me just let it play out. Let's see. Watch. We make a new high here. We break over 14, which I was like super pumped about. We break over 14 here pretty soon. right there, boom, start breaking over 14, and that's looking really, really good. I'm like, all right, look at this volume. It is monstrous. We're breaking up over $14. We're testing the high, that pivot high on the daily we just saw, okay? And I put $15 on my limit order just in case we start to really squeeze out. And then look at this. It looks like we're gonna halt right up there. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. If we halt up here with this volume breaking through, the morning's little high, and we halt, chances of a gap up off of this are going to be really good. Very low flow, press release. We're up in front. Like, look, this is that trade ideas chart. We're up, look, the high of this candle. Let's see if it wants to show it to me real quick here. The high is 1430, okay, of this one right here on the daily. And we're above that. If we halt above that, the chances of a gap up are going to be really good. That's what I thought to myself. So I was really pumped about it. However, at the same time, I said, if we don't halt, then the chances of shorts piling up in front of this area again is going to be kind of high. So I might have to exit. And I'm only down to my last piece, so who cares? See, it looks like it's going to halt. And then it doesn't. Watch. It doesn't halt. When it doesn't halt there, I'm like, oh, I don't know about this anymore. But I'm like, I only have 100 shares, so I can, play around a little bit here. It's not a big deal. Let's see what happens. We get back over 14 there, but we're not going. We're not going. This really should have just gone right there and then. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to exit this position here. So I exited right there, boom, and I was out of it. And I was so happy I got out of it because right as soon as I exited that position, look at this action. Look at that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Look at that. All the way back down to my entry. All the way back down to my entry. Now we're under VWAP. Now we're just, look at that. And then we get halted. And then this is why we don't chase. Can you imagine if you were doing that? Oh, I'm going to buy the break of, the morning high right here. Just going to buy it. I'm just going to buy the break because momentum. And then this happens to you and you bought this up here. What is this, like 1375? What was it? 1340 something, I think it was. And then you're at 1205. That's difficult. It's difficult. And I know some people trade that way and it does well for them, but when it doesn't, it hurts. It really hurts. And that's the problem with momentum trading for me personally. That's why I'd rather trade, how you just saw me, trading the pattern. So I'm glad I sold out there. I really am. And right after that, this is the action we got. We gapped down off of that halt and then you see it's nothing. There's nothing else there. And then this was kind of like the continuous theme throughout the morning. I'll show you here. Let's see. Is this one of them? Yes. Okay, so here you go. AREC made that, made this big push, another quick little push, and then it just, didn't hold the levels. It's come back down. And then we have here a little bit more of the same. We had some W. I was watching it. Remember, I told you I was watching it on that move. And here I am going to draw some Fibonacci levels. And there they are. It's not holding. And then it just continues to come all the way. Look at that. That's nasty. From 470. This is a 3-minute candle from 470 to 390. It's almost $1. And then just continuation of the same theme. Watching PECK here. I was watching PECK here to see if it was going to hold this 90 MA and get, back above VWAP. But nope. All the way back down to 1050. So that's it, guys. That's a continuation thing. You got to be quick, stick and move, and just, take those profits when you can and not be oversized. I only had 400 shares of this because I knew the volatility I was trading, and I knew 400 shares could pay me decently. Let me show you here the realized gains on the day. My first trade, I only had 100 shares, so I only lost $72. And then I made some money back on the rest of it. Wound up on the day, just, $242 there on the win for the day. But hey, that's a little bit over a double on the day, and I'll take that any day because $200 and some odd every single day is a good week, right? We don't have to swing for the fences every single day. This is why you always hear me and preach on this channel consistency. You've seen me have $6,000 days. You've seen me have $1,000, $2,000 days, but I'm all about consistency. I'm not going to be mad or even call this a bad day when I made almost $250. There's people who work an entire day, 8 hours, and don't even make that kind of money. So keep things in perspective, keep chasing the consistency, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload all my videos. If you're on Charles Schwab Street Smart's Edge, check out yesterday's video, posted my thoughts on that after using it for 6 months, and I'll catch you on the next one.